Hey everyone. Before this series starts, I want to be clear. I have nothing against the people in this story. This is all for jokes and I don't mean to be rude. But, without further ado, a story written by me, Moses Johnson, as seen on TV. Perhaps it was something in the wind or something deep down in the heart that woke that man up. Regardless of what did it, he was up now. But who was he? He had no idea. Thinking back, he couldn't think back because he had no memory at all. The man scanned the forest surrounding him. He sat up against the tree behind him, where he noticed something was engraved into a tree far in front of him. 2 words, Billy Mays. Is that my name? The man thought. I guess so. Billy stood up and walked towards the tree. The way the letters were did not look like an average knife carved it. Everything seemed to be pushed in somehow. Billy would have studied the tree longer, but he had much bigger fish to fry. For example, finding out where he was, what he was doing there, where his home was, important stuff. There was no way Billy could get lost more than he already was. So he picked a direction and started walking in it. It wasn't too long before he came across a path. He again picked a direction and followed the path. The path was easier to travel on his feet, but not for his nerves. He had a feeling he was being watched. Then, something whizzes by Billy's ear and sticks into the ground. Its shape was like an icicle, but it was translucent. Billy would have picked it up to study it further, but a second and third came down, causing him to do what any man who was being shot at would do: run. As he ran, more came down upon him. Billy glanced back and noticed that they were coming from a tree. But moved far enough away, whoever was up there would have to switch trees to get closer. When they do, they can't shoot, and they probably won't be paying attention, so they'll break into thicker woods to hide. This was the best Billy can do, with what he had, and it wasn't a bad plan. Unfortunately, the large clearing ahead didn't want that to happen. Billy stayed in the middle of the clearing, waiting for the shooter to make their move. The shooting stopped and the shooter jumped out of the tree. Silence came upon the area. Then, a man skating across the ground rushed at Billy Mays. On one foot, Billy quickly pivoted his body, leaving a foot out to trip the ambusher. The attacker, without warning, jumped over his foot, came to a complete stop, and kicked Billy in the stomach. Billy flew back and landed on the dry dirt. While on the ground, Billy noticed something was off about the way the mysterious man moved. How could anyone stop so quickly on skates like that? Looking through the dust, he saw the man's feet. He wasn't wearing skates. "Who are you?" Billy asked, still in pain from the kick. "Swift. Phil Swift." Phil Swift walked towards the still down Billy and takes a roll of black tape from his belt. Billy started standing up, but Swift was not having it. He pulled out a can, flicked the black substance onto Billy's feet and on Billy's left arm. The liquid turned solid and made him unable to get up. What is this stuff? Billy couldn't move the substance a bit. It was as if it bonded to everything it came in contact with. "Flex Seal," Phil Swift says, as he holds the can till the label is clear. "Once it's on, it stays on. This isn't your ordinary sealant. It's liquid rubber." And Swift cackled like a demon and rushed at him again, but this time with a large knife. His feet seemed to glide on the dusty area, just like last time. Swift got closer and closer, but Billy Mays was still defenseless. "Ugh. I can't die yet," Billy said to himself, not knowing where it came from. He had no way of stopping the speeding menace. Then, the knife thrusted forward, coming in closer and closer until it was stopped by an arm, grabbing Swift's wrist and throwing him back the way he came. The arm leaned forward, revealing the full torso of a ghostly figure that seemed to be emitting from behind Billy. And now 2 hands came together forming two saws, each going in an opposite direction, but going the same speed. The saws cut through the flex seal, allowing Billy to stand up. The ghost first glared at Phil Swift, who flipped his way back into a standing position. Then, it looked back at Billy Mays, as if it was seeking instructions. I don't know who you are. Billy had to say something to the ghost that just saved his life, but he didn't really know what to say. I don't know who you are, but you can take this guy. Let me help you do so. The ghost nodded and looked back to the enemy, who was looking at the two of them with anger and fear. And that's the end of Bit 1. What is this mysterious ghost? Why is Phil Swift attacking poor Billy Mays? What happened to Billy's memories? Find out next time on As Seen on TV.